Good morning, dieharders. Who's ready to live free or die hard on SWXP the S&W Experience podcast, episode 59. I'm joined once again by my good friend Syxx. As always, I am the Shogun. And here we go.
She-Hulk and Daredevil's banana costume.
Yeah. Again, that whole thing, right? That whole aspect of the character, that costume. I don't care too much. I don't care. He's still Daredevil. He still looks. He's dope. I don't know.
In his yellow and
He's
banana
okay.
gear, his fucking banana yellow gear, you think he's dope?
No, like, it's still Daredevil at the end of the day, you know?
I know that, but goddamn.
Even if he wore, like, military green, he'd still be Daredevil. Like, I can ignore the suit color. Because, yeah, it's not a flattering color for live action. But, you know, what can we do? It's still Daredevil. We take what we can get.
Jesus.
And he might get a new suit. I mean, no. Obviously he will. Let me rephrase that. Not that he might. He obviously will. But it's just that, obviously, it'll be either in his own project, or it's that thing where in the MCU where they give you a crappy suit before they give you a nice one.
Yeah. But he already went through that, man. In the show, he went through that.
That's the thing. You had the black suit, you had the suit designed by the tailor guy. So why is he in this suit?
Yeah.
I don't know. It must be I don't want to say stylistic choice, but I don't know. He probably lost his suit.
Yeah.
Probably lost it.
I
Maybe it tore
yeah.
after some time, and then he had to patch it up with new materials, different colors.
And in the meantime, he has to look like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
But with dude, in the comics, when I saw he had like the yellow and red suit, I just put that to, well, he's blind. He can't see how ridiculous he looks. So, okay, I'll let that slide. But, goddamn, dude.
Yeah.
Yellow suit aside, I'm looking forward to She-Hulk. Even on the legal shit, I'm still looking into it because like superheroes on trial for shit. Not just superheroes, but like super villains. We finally get to see them like, oh, you know, go through trials and whatnot instead of just let's stick them in the raft, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna see much more of that aspect.
Plus, how do you try somebody like? How do you try? I understand the idea, like let's just stick him in a raft and forget about him. Don't bother with a trial. If it's someone like, oh, Abomination fucked up Harlem, like, how do you try someone like that? Like, it's just, you can't, so you just lock him up. But for the small, like the street level guys, then okay, you can totally have a trial for them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, no, She-Hulk is fine.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. What did you think on Miss Marvel? You know, Kamala Khan and them.
Oops, that was brutal.
Brutal. Why?
It was a bit brutal. Just, it felt like a Disney Channel show.
Exactly. Just the high school setting, dude, just everything was just like, this is not a Marvel show. This is a Disney Channel show that features a Marvel character. Just
Exactly, like the tone was too Disney. They leaned so much on the humor and very little on the CGI budget. Oh my god, the CGI was atrocious when the mom died. Oof. That was rough. More than rough.
Yeah, I remember there were theories in the beginning, like in that one trailer when there was like that streak going across the sky. They were like, "What was that streak? Was it Carol Danvers as Captain Marvel? Was it the Silver Surfer?" And like, no, it's just a star. It's just a shooting star.
Yeah, random star.
Yeah.
And then, like, what even happens in the last episode? Like, I don't get it. Does she morph into her? does she teleport in her space and point in space time? So if she teleported to her house in the exact same position she was standing in, that means that Kamala is in space right now. And then Carol has to get back to space in whatever quadrant of the universe she's currently in. But my question is, why did she teleport specifically into Kamala's room? Was it an accident? Was it a deliberate thing? Did the gauntlet call her? Like, what's going on? You know, I didn't get that.
Yeah.
Very confusing.
It is intensely confusing. Just, jeez. Do you think,
Left me.
yeah.
Yeah.
You think that Marvel keeping their different directors and shit in the dark as to what is going on in other movies is harmful to the overall connectivity of the MCU?
Only if by not knowing they fuck things up.
Yeah. That's definitely it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like if what you're doing is gonna fuck things up, then you gotta be told what's going on.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's also a possibility that if you know what's going on, you can make your story better. Because you use the other thing to supplement it. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thing with there's not a lot of signs of like, oh, the director for this movie didn't know what was going on in that other movie and it affected his. You know, like that doesn't happen often, but it could.
Yeah.
At some point down
It
the line,
could, and that's the issue.
Yeah.
And you see, I kind of think it has, I guess. Because just look at the Chloe Zhao Celestial thing.
Yeah.
Like they look like different kinds of aliens in both movies. They're not the same. They're hardly the same. They're nothing the same.
Mm-hmm. One looks more like the comics, and the other is just an original thing. You know, like, okay.
Yeah, it looks like a Prometheus villain. Like I don't understand it.
Yeah.
So sometimes I really do hate directors when they don't adhere to the previous design language.
Yeah. Guess in her mind they work better as she presented them as opposed to how they were in like James Gunn's envisioning of them.
You see, that's the thing.
Yeah. Do you have hope for the Eternal sequel?
Oh, like, am I hopeful for it or what?
Are you hopeful that the sequel will turn out better than the first one?
I don't think it will.
Really?
Unless they change directors.
It's still her. I mean, same cast and, you know.
Then I have no hope for that movie. Because Eternals was a boring movie. Very, very, very boring.
Yeah. Tried to make
It was bad.
Yeah.
But at least it had like things happening, even though they were shit. But Eternals is just bad. Nothing happens. They just like go on a fucking cross-country tour and speak about the past and speak about why they separated and they just travel the world and next thing you know they're in this deserty landscape and next minute you know they're in this one. It's so boring. Nothing happens, you know.
Also, the movie itself, in terms of tone and color, is like very, very drab. Just nothing pops. Like the uniforms are like green and blue and red, but it's so dull.
Yeah, like it's not captivating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll give them props on what's the name? Makari. Like her speed scenes were good, or beyond good. They were better than like
Bro,
Justice League.
I literally loved her versus Icarus. That is how speed should be done. Not this slow motion bullshit.
Yeah. Like with Ezra Miller and his funky ass run. Jeez.
Yeah.
You just know we're gonna see more of that in the Flash movie. Just
Oh, definitely. And they're gonna lean it. Like they are really going to lean on it. Because they think that we like them.
because of the Oscars.
The only reason why they do it is because they think we like it. We don't like it. They saw how we felt about DOFP, and they were like, I bet we'll do it. But the thing is, they're out of touch. They're also like Sony. They don't realize that we don't like it.
Thing is, we only like that scene because at that point we'd never seen it before. You know, we'd never seen Quicksilver moving in slow motion and saving people. But now,
And he was using it,
Yeah.
exactly. He was using it deliberately to save lives. He wasn't just fighting in slow-mo. No. The slow-mo helps accentuate the saving of the lives. It helps accentuate that. Like I will say, the first one is nice, right? The first one in the lab, it was okay, you know. But the one that really hits home is the one where he's saving.
yeah,
The Flash only works in slow-mo if he's saving someone. Just like in the Snyder Cut. Because you get to appreciate what goes into his speed and how he uses it to save people's lives.
hell
But
yeah.
now, if he's fighting in slow-mo, it's like, okay, we know what a fight looks like. But what we can't fathom is how you save a life that quick. You know, how there can be a bomb next to me right now in my room, and it can go off, but I can still make it out alive because the flash is faster than the bomb's explosion. It's
Yeah,
faster than the bomb's gas expansion. That is more interesting to me to see than him fighting someone in slow-mo. I know what fighting looks like. I don't know what this looks like. Show me
Yeah.
this. I want to see this.
like in X-Men Apocalypse when he was at the X-Mansion saving all the kids. That was good.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the one
Yeah.
in the lab when they're in like the Pentagon or something. That one's okay.
Mhm.
But the real star of the show is the Sweet Dreams.
Yeah,
That's the real money
yeah.
maker.
Those movies, like the major highlight of those prequel films was Quicksilver and his, scenes. They bungled
Yeah.
it in Dark Phoenix though. Just, Jesus.
Yeah, they lost the plots. Because even like you compare it to Zack Snyder when he's saving Iris. That's beautiful.
Yeah,
But the Superman fight is like, okay, we don't need him to be slow-mo in that. We don't.
I think the
If
cool,
anything,
yeah, that needs to be
would
regular
feel
speed.
Superman's power if he was really fast.
Yeah,
If the fight happened quickly without Flash himself being able to perceive what happened.
yeah,
For once, the Flash is getting blitzed. That would be more visually appealing.
yeah. That scene though where like Barry's trying to run up on him and we see like Superman's eye move and then
Yeah.
from there move at regular speed. You don't need to continue in slow
Exactly.
motion. Like,
The only thing we need to see right now is the fact that he sees him. When he sees him, he goes full Macari on his ass.
yeah. And for
That's
once
what
the
we need.
Flash is like, oh shit, like he's as fast as me. Like, yeah.
And faster, and he's getting only faster.
Mhm.
He has to have that panic that Icarus had.
Yeah. But because it's playing out in slow motion, we don't see that.
We lose a lot of it. Oh,
Yeah.
no, we lose so much of it.
Yeah. As good as that movie is, it does have like that,
Yeah. Not a lot, but yeah.
But that's gonna be annoying as fuck when we see it for like 2 whole hours, man. Just
Yeah,
these 2 hours of slow mo.
bro.
But hey, man, just it wasn't all slow mo. Like that scene where he was saving people from the falling debris. that was like,
Yeah.
okay, that's nice. Let's keep going with this. Like just the scene at the end though.
They also
Yeah.
like
What?
they also like you look at the scene with fighting Steppenwolf.
Yeah.
It only works when you have it being slow-mo for the first punch. The one that barely nips his nose. That one. That's the only point you should use slow-mo. And then again carry on.
Yeah. Yeah. Accurate. I mean, but you know, it's a Zack Snyder movie. There's gonna be slow-mo. We just gotta accept it and move on, you know.
Yeah, we just gotta accept it.
Yeah, I saw this interview, and like Zack Snyder was looking back at like the films he's done and like telling stories about them. And there was one point like someone brought up the slow mo, and he was like, you know, actually, there's not a. If you look back at my movies, there actually isn't that much slow mo. I mean, it's like bullshit, man.
Bullshit. Listen, you're known for this, bro. You are known for this. I don't know why he's so like in denial.
Oh shit. Oh damn. But yeah, though. There was the first when I saw Army of the Dead. I was hyped because I'm like, yo, this is his first movie since Zack Snyder's Justice League, and you know, it's a Netflix movie, so he's gonna do whatever he wants whenever he wants. Ain't no studio gonna jump in. So I want to see how this is gonna turn out.
Yeah.
And Zack Snyder off the reins, allowed to do whatever, ain't bad. It ain't bad. Well,
Ain't half bad.
yeah.
It's as good as Civil War. I think that's the highest.
Yeah.
That's the highest standard I can give a DC movie. It's as good as Civil War. Not Infinity War, but it's as good as Civil War.
Yep. Absolutely. For starters, the villain actually feels like a threat. He actually looks like a threat. Just. Yeah. Oh, damn. And yes, the movie is 4 hours. It does not need to be 4 hours, but goddamn, it's some good 4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
It's a movie you can most definitely watch again with a lot of food.
Yeah. Just you
It's
and
the only thing.
Yeah.
Food and bathroom breaks.
I remember going to a friend's house, and we were talking about like, you know, what we gonna see, and he was like, I'm like, oh, we could watch Zack Snyder's Justice League. I've been itching to see that again, and he was like, not because I got it, you know, like I got it. No, I'm not really into sitting like there for 4 hours and just watching the thing. I'm like, why? What's going on? It's like, don't get me wrong, I loved BVS. But then he went to see Man of Steel, and he was like, nah, I just didn't vibe with that. Like, what? Man of Steel? Yeah, because both the Snyder movies, I'm like, wait, Man of Steel didn't get you, but BVS did? And that's preventing you from watching the Justice League? And then he was like, yeah. Dude, so I asked him, he's like, no, I've already seen that. I saw it in 2017. I tried explaining, like, bro, that's not the same movie. Like,
Yeah.
It's not even remotely the same film. But he was still like, nah, dude, I don't want to see that. Like, Henry Cavill's face looks weird.
I mean, he's got a point.
Yeah, it does.
But it's the wrong point. Yeah.
Yeah. But
He's just a tad misguided, but it's fine.
It's cool, yeah. And I know the movie's good. I don't need to, like, prove it or nothing. I know it's good, and that's what's it.
He'll catch up one day.
Yeah, one day. I mean, he eventually saw the light on Let There Be Carnage. So I was like, you know what? Let's just fast forward to the good part. Instead of, like, you know, thing. And then he saw it.
Yeah.
He was fucking laughing at at a lot of the jokes and, like, really into it when, like, the thing, I had to explain some shit. when Venom was like, "That is a red one," he was like, "What does that mean?" Like he's talking about Carnage, like the red ones, like they're more powerful than the black ones. Like, oh, okay, sure. And there was, that scene with that detective, and he's like laying there, and his eyes glow, and he was like, "Monsters," and he's like, "What the fuck does that mean?" Like, oh, it means like he's been infected with a symbiote too, and he's like, "Fuck, another one?" Like just. Dude.
Wow, that's something else.
Cause like that's an interesting question. Where are they gonna go from here? Like, just is the detective gonna be the main villain in the next one? Like, just like is he gonna be hunting them down? What's going on? Like, we know he's got something.
Here's the thing.
Here's
the thing. Knowing Sony is filled with a bunch of chimps and dumbasses. That encompasses their board. In a perfect world, we would theorize that maybe he's gonna interact with Andrew and they're gonna fight for his third movie. But they won't do that because this is Sony we're talking about.
Yeah.
Things can't be that straightforward for them.
It's more than likely.
They have to make things dumb or complicated.
It's more than likely they'll probably forget about that plot line. Like how they forgot that Eddie and Venom were actually cool by the end of the first movie. So yeah, we'll probably never see that detective again. But hey, he's out there.
Yeah, he'll be gone. He'll go to China next, and we'll never see the detective ever again.
Yeah.
He'll have Chinese adventures. Isn't it weird how movies just go to China?
Yes.
Wolverine went to China.
Yeah, we know why. I mean, the Chinese box office and money, but
Exactly. But yeah, Sony isn't completely above shilling, especially when they're not directly affiliated with Marvel. I feel like they could have shilled for No Way Home. They really could have. But Marvel Studios and Disney were like, So, they kept their hand clean. They kept it out of the cookie jar. But now that it's just Venom and Sony, please, they can shill all they want.
Yeah. Like somehow we're gonna have Venom shipping off to China for whatever reason. Just.
Exactly.
I mean, the first one did with that Riot guy. He traveled from China to the U.S., which is weird because Venom was.
Which is like how that would take weeks. Like you're not flying, you're not running, you're taking transport like a person who's taking a cab. You're not really going, all out to reach America quickly.
Yeah.
You're going very slowly.
Just hopping from body to body.
Like, that would take you so long.
That would take weeks, dude. Like,
bro.
But in the movie, it's like a couple of days. Just.
He's like, oh yeah, I'm here now.
Yeah.
I'm here now, I guess.
Because in that time period, the crash happened, and the Life Foundation, they found all the symbiotes. Well, not all, but some of them.
Yeah.
And this one,
a good majority.
has been traveling from China to America over that period of time, which is
all
like,
time?
just damn, dude.
I mean, that's Sony. What can you say?
What can we do? Just.
It's like a catchphrase. That's Sony.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
in a perfect world, it's Andrew versus Venom. The only reason why Andrew Garfield is slated to be in Secret Wars is because Marvel actually know what the fuck they're doing. They actually know.
Mm-hmm.
Sony doesn't know what to do with its own characters. But when Marvel steps in, they're able to hold their hand and go, okay, come with me. Here, we're over here. Look straight now, look straight. Marvel can guide Sony. But Sony alone, useless. Sony alone could not have made No Way Home. Not by a long shot.
It would have been cluttered as fuck, and it would have ended halfway just to set up part 2 that would never happen.
Which never happened. Exactly. That's just your typical Sony formula.
Yeah. And you just know they wouldn't have had, like, like Toby and them would have said, nah. Because the reason Toby came back was because the script was that good. So just like...
Yeah, because both of them respect Feige. It's so weird. No one praised, like, Amy Pascal or the executives. They literally praised it. You know what? I trust Kevin Feige. I trust Kevin. Kevin vouched for everything. He vouched for Amy. He said this is a good idea. They wouldn't have gone back if it was like Amy begging alone.
Yeah. I'm starting to feel kind of bad though, man. Like, we've been ragging on these people for like the better part of 2 hours now. Shit.
They're just, yeah. They really are a company that I don't even know how to describe them.
Yeah. They've really stepped in it.
So blank. You know?
Yeah. Would you say they're in a position as bad as WB?
You know what it is?
Yeah.
WB rarely does try to make sincere movies that make sense given certain things. What they lack is the creativity to execute well. Like starting with Superman and then Batman and then Flash and then Wonder Woman and then Justice League. They have the ideas, but their attempt at it is piss poor. But they have the idea. Sony lacks the idea. Sony is just lost. It's wandering aimlessly. It's like a chicken whose head was cut off. They're just going any and everywhere. At least DC tries to shoot straight. They know what they want. And they struggle with trying to achieve it. But Sony just doesn't know anything. You get me?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sony just knows nothing. You know nothing, Sony Entertainment. Game of Thrones reference, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I thought you didn't watch Game of Thrones. Because I remember, like, I was pitching it to you and you were like, yeah, I saw an episode and you were like, nah. And I was like, nah. Just...
Yeah, but, like, I know the memes.
Yeah.
I know enough to get by in a conversation.
Yeah. You know that show they got going on, the coming soon, that prequel,
The prequel one, House of Dragon or something.
Yeah. You gonna check into that?
I feel like I shouldn't watch it because I don't even understand anything to begin with.
It's a prequel, so it kind of doesn't matter. You don't have to have seen Game of Thrones to acknowledge a prequel. It's like Star Wars, man.
But I think it's that much more entertaining to look back at what a character was, knowing full well what they are now.
Yeah.
And I'll be missing that. I will miss that context. So I'll probably start with the show and then watch the prequel.
It's like hundreds of years before the main show, so not a single name character from the main show is gonna be here. But sure, I get what you mean.
Were they ever referenced though? Was any character in this show referenced in the other show?
Yeah.
Like in conversation? Okay, then I need that context.
Oh, okay.
Just to be like, so this is how they're like.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'll still watch it in order.
Alright. But, hey, man, just check out after season 7, you know? You're better off if you're gonna watch the whole... Yeah. You should just check out after season 7. Yeah.
Apparently it's like Thor, Love and Thunder. You know, a lot happening, but nothing.
It's dog shit, man.
Damn.
It's the creators wanting to move on to other things, but realizing, oh wait, we have to wrap up this and that and this and that. Let's just get through it as quickly as possible. That's season 8.
Oh wow. That's tragic.
Yeah.
That is tragic.
But the sex is good. I'll give him that. The show's got plenty of tits and ass and does it in a very good way. I'll give him props where they got due.
Yeah, apparently they know their audience well.
Yes, they do.
Interesting, interesting.
Yeah.
And that's HBO.
Mm-hmm.
I guess even HBO lost the plot at some point.
Yeah.
But HBO is Warner Brothers.
Yep.
So again, it's just a matter of they know what they're looking for, but piss poor attempt.
Yeah.
And I would say that's indicative of the last season, as it would seem.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
But them first 7 seasons, man, when they had it going, like when they were hitting that hot streak of season after season, they had it, man. They knew what they had and they ran with it.
At the ballpark level, basically.
Basically, yeah.
Well,
Yeah. And Peter Dinklage is like, he's funny as fuck in this movie. He's like, shit. I don't know. He's witty, you know? Like, he's that guy who can outsmart his way out of a situation. Like, just, you know, I don't know. Just I can't explain it, you know? He's smart and he's witty. Like, there was a scene where Oz had him, they were trying to rob him, and they came at him like swords drawn, and he talked his way out of that shit. Like,
okay.
yeah, that's his character, you know? Shit. But yeah, definitely check that shit out, though. Problem with shows like that, like Game of Thrones, where anybody can die anytime, is you have to stick to it. And, you know, after a while it becomes...
There's no going back.
Yeah, there's no going back. You have to stick to that. You have to, like, start axing people, even if you have, like, you know, it seems like this guy's gonna be the main character going forward. Ah, nope, he's dead. Move on.
Damn.
That's what they do in season 1. That's why that thing came from. I'm like, fuck, anybody can die whenever. Like, just... Because in season 1, that guy, I can't remember his name, but like, you know, he's on all the posters. He's every bit of promotional material. It was this dude. He's the first name that comes up. It's very much the main character. All the conversations surround him, and he dies at the end of season 1. It's like, what the fuck?
Crazy.
If he dies, anybody can go. So just,
And I guess, yeah, they definitely follow that philosophy in the Suicide Squad.
yeah,
So Warner Brothers really took some lessons out,
dude.
and we're like, okay, listen, we're gonna kill Put Up Man, and you know what? Let's kill him too. Let's kill this guy too. You know.
I was surprised Captain Boomerang dies because he was a holdover from the original, so I thought he'd be safe. Like, you know.
Yeah.
And but however,
That's the thing.
yeah,
Like you can never go back. That's the thing.
you can't
never
undo
go back.
that. Yeah. For what?
You can reset, but you can't go back.
Yeah. Thing is, with shows like The Walking Dead have tried that formula of anybody can die, and after a while it just devolves into any side character can die, because you know the main character is too important to the story. So now it's like, oh well, nope, none of the side characters are safe, but the main characters are practically bulletproof, even though they shouldn't be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting.
But oh dude, I was on Twitter the other day. Did you hear that Ric Flair came out of retirement and had his last match recently?
Oh, I heard about something like that. I heard that he was like back, but I didn't know for what. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Pretty old though, so that's a bit. I mean, yeah,
He's fine.
it is acting, but it's still a lot of athleticism.
Yeah.
That's dangerous given his age.
Yeah, he said like he'd been to like a bunch of different doctors and they all gave him like they said like he's healthy enough to wrestle, so he's gonna. I mean,
They okayed him. Oh well.
oh well, can't really, At least he was like, I need to go see a bunch of doctors, not I need to see one dude and I'm good. Yeah, it shows like he was taking this shit seriously, like getting multiple opinions.
Yeah.
But the fact that there's like I didn't see the match. I just saw like the end with like him walking up the ramp. Like oh, it was like the last time he'll ever walk up that ramp like as a wrestler, and like dude was bloody as shit. Like I thought okay, it's gonna be a straight up wrestling match, but apparently like he bled during it. Like he got busted open as part of the thing. I was genuinely worried. I'm like, he's like 70 years old and he's getting busted open. Like, the fuck?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a bit like wild. It's
But
like a 69-year-old Jackie Chan still doing his own stunts. It's a
yeah,
bit like, you really shouldn't be doing that, you want to sit down?
yeah,
It's very stressful sometimes. But it's like, yeah, they
yeah.
can do it, they can do it. What can we do?
But with Jackie Chan, like he's shown time and time again that, he still got it. As old as he is,
Yeah.
he's shown that he's still got it.
Yeah.
But there was one movie where his age was starting to show. It was that
The
movie.
recent one where he's like locked up in some prison and he's in an interrogation room. And he just looks so old in that movie. He looks
Dude.
disheveled. His life sucks or something. That one, right?
What was it? That one with Pierce Brosnan? Like,
I don't know. I don't watch it. I just saw a scene on YouTube.
hey, dude. It was just like, dude's coming up in the years. Like, hey, bruh, you sure you still don't want a stunt double? Like, you don't have to do this,
And he looks like so depressed. He just looks so sad and sullen.
Yeah. It's just, I don't want him to retire. I'm just saying, I just like to see him ease up on the stunt work. He doesn't have to keep doing this.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I think throughout his career there was like one movie where he had a stuntman. Like one movie, and it was like a Hollywood film back when they didn't want to insure him,
Oh
so they
yeah.
like gave him a
Yeah, they were
stuntman.
giving insurance to
Yeah.
heroes and actors.
Yeah. Ugh. I remember him like in an interview saying he was tired of doing Hollywood movies because get this, they're all the same. What the fuck,
Yeah,
dude?
that's actually pretty true.
It is, but goddamn, dude, that's some serious shade
Especially
right
when it
there.
comes to his though as well.
Yes.
Because his main draw in the West is his martial arts.
Yeah.
And more often than not, the director will copy another director's style because they don't know how to adapt his movies that are actually from Hong Kong.
Yeah.
So they look at the previous director's movie and they build one from that, and it ends up being similar and very tonally identical.
Yeah. He said the reason he did that movie with Pierce Brosnan was because, and the reason it had been so long since he'd done a Hollywood movie was because all the movies he was being pitched were like action comedy, action comedy, action comedy. And it's like, oh, a Chinese policeman is like whatever. And he was just sick of it. And yeah, I get it. Sure, it's a ton of money, but you're basically just on autopilot at that point. You're not really.
Exactly.
Yeah. Dude. You think you would fit
It's
in?
very weird.
I mean, Stallone and them are doing one more Expendables movie. You think you would fit in that world? The world of the Expendables?
Oof.
Jackie Chan.
Are you talking about play?
No, I mean Jackie Chan. I mean, do you think Jackie Chan would fit in the Expendables?
If his fighting style becomes more brute, he could. I just can't imagine the fast-paced Jackie Chan comedy. Like there's a certain comedy and humor to his martial arts, and I think it would be lost in an Expendables movie where the tone is very manly man and tough guy, and no one fucks with us.
Yeah. But Jackie Chan, but Jet Li's in there. That's
That's the thing.
gotta be something.
Jet's movies have been more serious. If Jet is doing martial arts, he's not like running away and he has like a face of oh shit on his face, you know.
Yeah.
He's doing it sincerely and he's genuinely trying to hurt you. But Jackie is like, I'm running away, I'm keeping my distance, but I'm also defending myself. Like it's very rushed. Like his face reads scared always, but he gets the job done.
Yeah.
But with Jet Li, his purpose is to fuck you up and break your leg.
Yeah, that was always like the feeling, even from like when he showed up in Lethal Weapon. Like this dude isn't just a dude. They're like this dude has the power to like fuck people up, and he's not even doing anything. He's just standing there looking at people like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Maybe another Asian.
Maybe. No. What about Donnie Yen? Like from like the Ip Man movies and shit. Like you could feasibly slide into an Expendables film.
Yeah, Ip Man seems good.
Yeah.
Thing is, will people know him? That's the only problem. Will they know him?
Well, people have seen IP Man, so yeah.
Exactly.
That's the only problem. Like, yeah.
Where's his draw as like a very, very iconic martial arts or fighting action movie hero, you know?
Because most of his movies are in like China. They're not, he doesn't have big.
Yeah, like they're not mainstream.
Yeah. Damn, dude, that's kind of suck. What about? I would say.
If anything, they'd get a white man. If anything.
Yeah. Well, then they'd get Scott Adkins, but he was in Expendables 2, and he died. So that's off the table.
Probably someone like. Actually, no. I was gonna say Tom Cruise, but he doesn't do.
Yeah. He's not that. He doesn't fit in that world, though.
Like I don't know how to explain that. He doesn't do like ensemble. Sharing the spotlight with multiple people.
He's very much the main guy. He
wants to be the center of attention.
As Stallone wouldn't have that. Like, nah.
Yeah. All of them have like a dick swinging competition going on. It wouldn't fly.
Yep. Shit, though. Hey, man, the Expendables cast is huge. Especially in that third one, though. With, like, Antonio Banderas, Wesley Snipes, Ronda Rousey. It's like, fuck, who isn't here? Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I remember there was that second one, and like Chuck Norris walked onto the screen. It was weird at first, like, Chuck Norris, like he killed all these people. And then there was that line about, I heard you got bit by a king cobra, and he was like, yeah, but after 4 agonizing days, the cobra died. Like, just run.
And I think he really was the originator of that kind of humor.
Yeah. Cause he's been doing this shit since the 70s when he like fought Bruce Lee in them, man.
Bro, late 60s even. Well, back then he was getting cut by Bruce, but in the next movie he recovered. Like he has such a long career. This motherfucker sparred with Bruce. That's how long ago his career started. Arnold was still in Austria. He was still in Austria back then. Like there was no Arnold.
Yeah.
So it's so crazy.
Fucking Sly was nobody. Sly was a nobody back then, dude.
He has a longer career than Arnie.
Yep. Dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. He don't act anymore. He's retired, but like, hey, more power to him.
He's really old. He's like, what, like 90?
Yeah. He old.
Yeah, that's...
I know he old. Like, last time a while ago.
Okay, he's not that old. He's like 80, 83 or something.
Yeah. At least he retired while he was still good, you know?
Exactly. Because now you can't have an 83-year-old in a movie. He's not gonna kick ass. He's gonna break his ass. So like, yeah.
And even
I
if you
don't-
did, it would mostly be the stuntman. You'd just be like, oh, that was like 80% the stuntman. Just,
yeah, just like Samuel L. Jackson in Captain Marvel.
yeah, just. Or Steven Seagal in literally every movie he's done since the 2000s. Just,
Especially the one where he's fighting Mike Tyson.
dude,
Just not good at all.
he wasn't even there, man. Like, just, that was all
Yeah.
the stuntman. He wasn't there that day.
Man.
Just,
And it's the fact that when it cuts, right? It's the fact that when it cuts to this guy, you can clearly tell it is not Steven Seagal.
mhm.
Like it's as clear as night and day.
Yeah.
That's not Steven.
Oh, Jesus, dude. Like, I get it. You know, he's a big dude, and there's no stuntmen out there who are that big. Like, just, eesh. Oh,
But
God.
still, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you want to talk about a guy whose movies are all the same? Fuck, all those movies are the same. Jesus.
True. Very true.
If like dude came forward and said like, yeah, I've been playing the same character under like a different alias or whatever, like they're all in the same universe,
Mhm.
it's feasible. It's not even.
Yeah.
It's very feasible. Just
It makes sense.
yeah, talk about a guy who plays the same guy in every movie. That's not quite The Rock, but like you know, he's at least he changes it up every now and then. You know.
True.
The Rock, you know, like he basically. I remember we were talking like The Rock basically plays the same
Yeah.
dude in all his movies, but there's some change.
I think it's mostly been, you know what though?
Yeah,
The first half of his career was diverse. Second half, not so much.
yeah,
I mean, just look, Tooth Fairy, right? Daddy Day, what is it? Tooth Fairy, The Game Plan,
yeah.
Doom,
The
and
Rundown.
the other one where he's like a black detective from the 70s with the afro. That's range. That is range. But now it's like there's the one where he's a security guy and he's in a tower or something. And then there's Fast Five, and then there's Jumanji, and then
The
there's
skyscraper
Central
movie.
Intelligence.
Yeah,
Yeah, the Central Intelligence and Central Intelligence 2 and Jumanji 2, and he's just the same. Oh, and then there's the one Red Notice. Like, it's just the same guy. Same suave guy.
I think with Red
He's
Notice, like they knew that you know all these characters are essentially playing the same person, so they just cast them there
Yeah.
knowingly. Because Ryan Reynolds is the fast talking dude, and Gal Gadot is like.
But
is-
what I appreciate with that is that for once in their miserable lives, they pulled the trigger and made Dwayne anything but a hero. He's a villain. He's
yeah.
He's not evil, but yeah, he's a villain. He loves money. His motivation is money. He's doing it for the money.
Yeah.
He loves money and he's a bad guy. We thought he was a stereotypical detective, Interpol bullshit guy, but no, he's the villain. That is a good twist. Twist we should see more often.
What, like in Doom? When he okay in Doom?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, not like at some point in the movie he's bad. Just start him out bad.
Yeah. I think that was that movie. What's that movie with Steve Carell and Get Smart? Yeah, like he was revealed to be the villain at the end. Like, you know, he wasn't the villain the whole movie, but he was like pretending to be one of the good guys. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that worked. You know.
I guess so.
The Rock in the 2000s was certainly everywhere at some points. Just,
You know what it is? Man, he wanted his big break. He would have been in a rom-com movie if all else failed. You know?
ooh,
He needed that big break. He really needed it. Otherwise, he'd be wrestling till he's like 40, 45.
What movie do you think that was? What movie in your eyes made The Rock okay? He's leading man material now. Just
Probably, let me see. It's tough. It's definitely a toss-up. I would say it's between The Game Plan and Tooth Fairy.
really?
Because those are movies that I watched as a kid, and I was like, okay, I enjoy seeing this man. But probably The Game Plan more so.
Yeah. Well, that's like a proper Disney movie, and if you can nail one of those, like Disney will put you in more shit.
Yeah, you're solidified.
Yeah.
If you can appeal to families, you have box office draw.
Yeah. It's though, because he'd been doing movies before that, but he was never the main guy. He was always partnered with somebody or a bunch of people.
And he was never like, exactly, like him and Dude. He's like, he isn't the main guy.
That's Carl Urban.
He's not. He's
Yeah.
exactly. He's like, he's there. You see him, but like, the point isn't to look at him the entire time.
Yeah. And hey man, Carl
I
Urban.
mean, obviously, you also had like experimentation that didn't work. You look at your Scorpion King and the Rundown. That's where they tried to make him a leading man, and they saw that it wasn't working, so they put him back into the shelf, into the deck of cards.
Yeah.
And then he came back with something substantial, like something definitive. It didn't work before. He tried again, and it worked.
I think with the Rundown, it was like, let's make him the no nonsense lead, and like make Stifler the wacky sidekick, and it'll make him look, cooler by comparison. What it ended up doing was drawing my attention to like Stifler, like, damn, he doesn't just do comedy, he can act, he can also, do action comedies and shit. And that's what people came away from, as opposed to look at The Rock, just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was like, those were not good attempts.
Yeah.
But at least he learned from them. Let me be a family man first.
Yeah. You could tell they really tried to make him the next leading man in The Rundown, because there's a scene at the beginning where he's walking into this nightclub, and Arnold Schwarzenegger walks past him, and he's like, have fun.
I remember. Like he's passing the torch. Oh my lord.
What the fuck? That was so on the nose, dude.
And I was like, okay, listen, we get it. No, it sucks. It doesn't work. You know what does work though?
Yeah.
Starsky and Hutch, Owen Wilson, and
yes, the original Starsky
was coming in the end. Like, you know what? You can have it. It's yours. Have the car. That works.
Yeah. Narratively, it makes sense because dude doesn't have a car, and they're like giving him their old one. So yeah.
Exactly. It's like a nice nudge, wink, wink. Because we know that in that universe, the young Starsky and Hutch are the only Starsky and Hutch, but we know that that's the original one, giving them the key. Like, this is the legacy. But with the other one, with the Arnie one, it's like, it doesn't
why
make
are you
sense.
here?
Why would a random man just talk to you like that in the club? It doesn't make sense.
Like, even in the movie, like, the Rock character reacts to it like, okay. He keeps walking.
Yeah. Because it is weird.
Yeah. It was kind of unnecessary. It was just to hammer the point home, hey, he's the next leading man.
You know what
Look
it is?
at him. Just
They jumped the gun. Because that was still the period where Tom Cruise was dominating.
Yeah.
They said that shit, and he was not the man for another 10 years.
Yeah.
So that's what you get. And that's what you get.
Tom Cruise was very much still doing his thing, and he didn't have no passing the torch moment from anybody. It was just, you know.
He grabbed his own torch. He was like, "Fuck y'all, I'm Tom Cruise, bitch."
Even if he did, who would it be? That's the question. Like, even if he had a pass the torch moment, who would it be? Like, no one does what he does.
Exactly. Like he's James Bond, but he actually gets down and dirty.
Yeah. It's kind of
Because I was gonna say like a nice James Bond cameo, but it wouldn't make sense either way.
yeah, that would make zero sense. Like, why?
Tom Cruise is definitely his own torch.
Yeah.
There might be a person like him one day, but there'll never be a person like him one day.
Yeah. I mean, what about Tom Holland?
Yeah. Thing is, only if he does the genre of movies Cruise did.
Like that Uncharted movie?
Yeah, like more of those where it's like running, action, fast paced.
Yeah.
Do my own stunts, running, action, villain, face off, fight, I win. If he does that, yes. One day we should expect Tom Cruise. If he becomes the next Ethan Hunt in like 10 years as like a grizzled 36-year-old pushing 40, then yeah, we'll see Tom Cruise, Ethan Hunt as like a commanding officer of another branch. You know, whatever. But if he's still like Spider-Man or something like that, or, you know, something very tame, there's no reason for Tom Cruise to show up in any of his projects.
Yeah. Just that random scene of him passing the torch just doesn't feel right. You know,
Exactly.
Clint Eastwood did that, like in his one movie. There was this movie, and it was such a weird choice. Like, it was this movie he did with like Charlie Sheen was his partner, and you could tell like this was a passing the torch movie because like by the end, like Clint Eastwood is the chief, and he like assigns Charlie Sheen a new partner, and he's like, you know, get out there, you know, do your thing. Now Charlie Sheen is the main dude, and his partner's the rookie. It's just like, why Charlie Sheen? Out of everybody, why Charlie Sheen? Just I get it. I get it. It was the 80s. He was still clean. He hadn't yet sullied himself, but damn.
Yeah, it was still like Casino era Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
People had big prospects for him. They were calling him like the next big thing.
Yeah. It was.
He was being called the next big thing before Denzel was the next big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This actually, when you think about it, there's not a lot of passing the torch movies. I mean, movies where like a dude gives the next generation a shine. There's really not a lot of those. It's just, you know.
I think, let me see. In a way, the Spider-Man movies are, in a way.
Yeah.
It's not a complete way, but it is in a way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You also have,
The Flash.
let me see.
You remember that there's a scene in the TV show like where Jay Garrick was the guy who plays Jay Garrick on this show was the Flash in the original TV show. So him being there, kind of is like, hey, you know, I'm giving you. Oh.
Imagine, it's right underneath our nose.
Dude.
No pun intended.
It was.
No pun intended.
That's the whole movie. The fuck? It's the whole movie.
Imagine.
Like just
this entire time we were thinking about it, and it was like, not once do we remember.
Dude, we even mentioned it earlier in the day. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
We mentioned it like an hour and a half ago in another topic, and we forgot about it.
Dude. Now, that was a solid pass the torch movie, dude. Just Stewart and McAvoy. Nice.
That was a good answer one.
Yeah, man.
The acting, the tears, and again, the immortal quote. Just because someone has lost, it doesn't mean they've lost their way forever. You know, like that. That beautiful, beautiful moment. That's like a no way home moment. With great power comes great responsibility. It's literally a no way home moment back then.
Oh shit, man. Hey, Fox, back when they had it, man.
They had it. Oh my word, they had it.
Yeah. God damn. Yeah, you still of the opinion that it should have ended with the OFP, even though it means that we would have lost out on Logan.
I think it technically did either way. Because just the mechanics of the world. DOFP is set after, like, year-wise. It's set after Logan. It definitely is an Elseworlds.
The original timeline set after Logan, the one with the Sentinels and shit. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. Ugh. But you know, in that reset timeline, X3 didn't happen, and Deadpool didn't get fucked up. You know, so that's. Damn, there's so much good that happens because of Days of Future Past. You know, like we get Deadpool because of that movie. We got Famke Johnson back. You know, shit.
Yeah. Ooh. What about... Okay, let's go. Trying to think of X-Men. We've already mentioned the other one. Trying to think of another one. Okay, what about... And this might not really hit, because it's not even the same people. But Wolverine's cameo in... Is it Apocalypse?
Oh, you mean that scene where he busts out of the like alkaline
Weapon
lake?
X. Yeah.
I mean,
How do you...
it's not really. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's nothing significant.
yeah.
Yeah.
That scene would have been
It's like
so much
half.
better if it were R-rated. Just
Yeah. It just feels like half. Honestly, it's not like a complete passing.
yeah, it's just not really. He just like sees them, and then Gene gives him his memories, and then he's gone. So just
Yeah, he's like, alright, fuck y'all.
I'm out. You know, just.
Yeah.
But here's a solid passing of the torch moment. Star Wars, the Last Jedi,
Of course.
Luke and Rey.
Ray and Luke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
Ray and
literal
Luke,
thing when
Han
they
and
pass the
Ben,
saber. Yeah,
Leia and Ray. Yeah. In each trilogy. In Force Awakens, it's it's Han and Ray. In Last Jedi, oh yeah, and also Ben and Ben and his dad, but not really, but I guess. And then the Last Jedi, you have Rey and the Force Ghost, Leia and whatnot. It's fine, and of course Luke. Yeah, and he becomes a Force Ghost as well. And yeah.
yeah. You know what I don't understand? Like, people like someone brought this up. Like, okay, Luke has a Force Ghost. Fucking Leia technically has a Force Ghost. At fucking oh no, she had a Force Ghost at the edge, but like fucking Anakin couldn't chime in here because what happened to him is exactly what's happening to Ben. Like, couldn't he chime in and be like, "Yo, like just stop this shit"?
And it's the fact that Obi-Wan, right, has been in development for so long. I think what happened is they always knew they were going to bring back Hayden. When they were still filming that movie, they knew Hayden was coming back. But they wanted to save him for the show, as opposed to showing him for the first time in, 17 years in Jedi.
Yeah.
They kept it to the first time in 20 years with Kenobi. So yeah, it was one of two ways. Surprise us for the 17th year, or surprise us for the 20th. I guess they went with 20.
Yeah, definitely went with 20 on that one.
Yeah.
But with you remember that original ending where like Rey was in the main ending she just like grabs a second lightsaber and sends dude's lightning back to him. But in the originally planned ending was like it was gonna be like she's gonna be barely holding back the lightning and then like the force ghosts of all the other Jedi's come in and they're like
Exactly.
dude, that would have been so dope. But I get why they didn't do that because, you know, like you said, they were saving Anakin and them for the shows and shit, but like, that would have been so dope. Like, just all of them coming together to like finally put an end to Palpatine. Like, dude. Ugh. That would have been nice, you know? Shit. What did you think about the very end where like that woman asks Rey like, "Who are you?" It's like, "I'm Rey." Like, "Rey who?" And she's like, "Rey Skywalker." Like, what did you think about that?
And this is the one time where I can confidently say that they pulled a Sony, because they had all of the time in the world to make Rey Luke's kid. And they went around that to make her a Palp clone spawn. And then only to circle back on her still being a Skywalker, albeit an adopted one. What was the point? There was no point. You should have just made her a Skywalker by blood. It's useless.
Mm-hmm.
It's not sweet. It's not touching. We've already gotten the trope of villain adopts the hero's name, or villain joins the hero's family. I mean, literally, Thor Up and Thunder is about that.
Yeah.
That's literally Luke Skywalker and Rey, and she takes the Skywalker name, but she's the villain's kid. Like, come on. You didn't need any of that at all. She could have just been a Skywalker like everyone is speculated. But yeah, in the one rare instance, Lucasfilm and Disney pulled a Sony.
Yep. We didn't need that. We absolutely did not need that scene of like, who are you? Like, just we didn't need that.
There was no relevance to her being the daughter of one of Palp's clones, making her Palp's granddaughter. Like, no, we didn't need any of that. We didn't need any of it. Waste of time. Would have been more compelling if it was a Skywalker.
Yeah, just make her
It's
Skywalker from the get-go.
Literally that.
Yeah.
Title.
You telling me, like, plus you're telling me out of all the people from that original trilogy, Luke is the only one who doesn't have kids. Like, just...
Bro, like, what the hell is that? You know, Luke was pretty handsome. He got bitches.
Yeah.
Why is it Leia Palp and fucking Han the ones who get to be lucky? Doesn't make any sense.
Uh-huh.
Palp had tones. Everyone had a kid. Everyone but Luke. Damn. Even Anakin had a kid.
He had two. He had two.
2 kids. You get none? That's crazy, bro.
Damn.
That's crazy.
But yeah.
That's wild.
Personally, hey, you remember in The Last Jedi, there was that thing of like, your parents were nobody. They were just filthy junk traders. You know, they gave you up or whatever. You wish they'd stuck with that?
It still would have been ineffectual. There's no point in saying any of that. Because what does it convey? You can't just give information out that leads to nowhere. There's a rule in filmmaking where it's like anything you mention or set up has to have a decent payoff. You can't just mention useless things. If her parents are this, and that, okay, where is that leading to? You know?
I could see what they were going for, because, like, it's like, oh, your parents are nobody. They were nobodies. They just gave you up. The director was going for...
But it's still just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you could tell the dude was going for, like, hey, you don't have to be a part of, like, some famous bloodline to use the Force and, you know, be a hero. Your parents could be nobodies and you'd still save the galaxy. Like, that was kind of what he was going for. But it doesn't really work. Cause
But also, yeah, like they didn't hammer that in enough. They definitely leaned more into the clone aspect. Like, oh, she's just female pulp. It's whatever.
but they didn't lean into that either. Cause like, okay, you're his granddaughter, but you're not evil.
Exactly.
Which is
So like, what is it? And again, looking at Sony, they don't know where they're going. It's a headless chicken.
yep. See, this is what happens when you don't have the trilogy planned out from the jump. Just
Yeah. This is what happens when everything is a soulless guy.
yeah.
Become Sony. Never become Sony. Never go full Sony. Never.
It's like that. I don't know why, but I'm just thinking of Robert Downey Jr.
That's
in
exactly
Tropic
why.
Thunder.
Yeah, that's exactly why I said it. Never go full Sony. Because what are you doing? What are you doing going full Sony? Are you mad? Do you want to kill your franchise? Jesus Christ. They went full Sony. I'm surprised Star Wars survived.
Yeah.
People were not happy with that ending. They went full Sony. You never go full Sony.
Whether you liked the original or you liked the prequels, we can all agree.
We can all agree, Last Jedi, horrible.
Yeah. We can all agree that we didn't like that. Just damn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
That's how I saw the dark world of Star Wars.
But it's interesting to see that they've chosen to backpedal now and focus mostly on prequel series like your Boba Fett's, your Andor.
Your Mandos,
Yeah.
your young Obies, young considering
Yeah.
12 years before, but yeah, young Obies. People have not taken too kindly with the sequel.
So let's go back to what they did like,
Which is prequels, because they've always been about prequels.
Yeah, they've been very much nostalgia. They've just, nostalgia berries, they call them? Like,
Member berries.
yeah, member berries. They've been mining those since Force Awakens, basically. What is Force Awakens if not a retread of A New Hope?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I didn't catch that till I actually, by the time I saw Force Awakens, I hadn't seen A New Hope. I'd only seen Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, I just remembered one. It's not that prominent, but it is technically one on a technicality.
Alright, let's hear it.
Men in Black International poster of Jane.
Oh.
Painting.
Oh.
Like they're not there, but
Oh no.
They're pretty legendary.
Yeah, they're pretty legendary, and may y'all be as legendary too. Just.
I wish they weren't.
Yep.
Yeah. It was a good idea, but they definitely went Sony with that. But anyway, that too. Wow, there's actually so many examples. There's even one in the Spy Kids movie. There's one in the Spy Kids movie where the girl comes back.
Oh yeah. Spy Kids 4. I remember that.
Yeah, the one with the other adults.
The dude with
Jessica Alba, right? The mom.
Yeah. Jessica Alba was the mom, and she had her kids, and they were gonna be the new Spy Kids. Yeah.
Yeah, and then that just went away.
That went nowhere. Shit.
You guys are Spy Kids now. This is a tradition that needs to be maintained. And I go. That
movie killed that franchise. I'm sorry,
100%.
but dude, that movie killed that franchise.
This is exactly. It's slowly killing themselves. Can't you see?
Oh shit.
Let's see what else do we have. Spy Kids.
That movie.
Are they action?
Yeah.
Here's the torch, son. Carry it well. Are there action movies like that?
There's one. It's Universal Soldier: Day of Reckoning. like Jean-Claude Van Damme basically passes his action movie torch to Scott Adkins. Like in this movie, like they fight at the end, and then no, it's not just him, but Dolph Lundgren is there too, and he also because he fights both of them and he beats both of them, but it isn't until the end when he's fighting Van Damme that it's like he's about to like kill him, and like Van Damme just stands there. And he's like, like go ahead, dude, like just like let this shit happen. And that moment of like Atkins, like he beat both Van Damme and Dolph Lundgren, so he's like he's basically the new guy, like he's the guy now. Just
yeah, I get that. What about I'm trying to think
wait,
of.
you know what a comedy that kind of had that? There was this scene in Malcolm and Eddie, like Richard Pryor was there. Oh
Oh
shit.
yeah,
That
yeah, I
was
see.
nice. Like that's a kind of a pass the torch moment right there. Like just okay. You got one of the legends in Richard Pryor like giving the thumbs up to like Malcolm and Eddie as like, yeah,
Yeah,
these guys are
like
funny.
wasn't there like a black series, a very popular actor and whatnot? Like I see Malcolm and Eddie. Yeah, wasn't there like another one?
What, the Wayans brothers?
Nah, they never had anyone special. Actually, I mean they did, but not
Yeah.
not Torch special.
It was just cameos mostly.
Okay, here's one, but it's a technicality. I don't know if you'd accept it. My wife and kids, Damon Wayans, his brother is a big star,
Oh
and
yeah,
obviously
yeah,
for the
yeah.
longest time, like Wayans brothers' careers. Is it who's the oldest one?
Keenan Ivory.
Not
Yeah.
Marlon. Yeah, Keenan Ivory he was the leader.
Yeah. He was always like the producer
of,
and shit,
of In
yeah.
Living Color. He was the guy headlining Def Jam comedy. He was
Yeah.
the one making movies in the 90s with white people. He made it big in the 90s. Damon was always small scale. He tried, he had some successes. He had the one where he's a general in the army, and then the other one where he is a hero.
They're mostly comedies, yeah.
But he never really reached that mainstream status that his brother did. Like his brother did In Living Color, directed Jim Carrey, launched his career. He was big in the 90s. And then when My Wife and the Kids comes on, it's Damon Wayans now in the spotlight, and his show is lauded, and his show is
Yeah.
like that was the next black show after Fresh Prince, And then when he was a guest star, you had him. Obviously, he played Michael's brother as his real life, but you definitely got the sense that as much as Damon is a funny man, as much as Keenan is a funny man, Damon outshined his brother. That was like a bowing my head down.
Like, yeah, here I am on your show, Like,
yeah, you've got this, brother. This is a beautiful show, and your career looks splendid. That's also one and that one is so nice because I got that one many years ago. I was like, 16, 17 when I got that. I was like, oh, okay, it's passing the torch. That was one that was like very nice. It was touching. Because even when the episode ends, they hug. It's like, okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah. 'Cause even during the episode, it was like the basic theme was, his brother's coming to visit. He's staying for a couple days, and Damon Wayans was like, "Man, my brother has it so good." But Keaton Ivory was like, "Are you kidding me? Like,
And,
you have it better. Like,
as well.
just
Like,
yeah."
Yes, it's part of the script, but he's actually like kind of referring to his life. Like, damn,
Yeah.
he's always did it good. But now in this episode, he realizes, damn, I have it good now. And even his brother concedes to it.
Yeah.
Very nice episode.
That was well done, man.
Yeah.
Wait, there was a reality. You remember back in the 10s, there was this splurge of reality shows after the Kardashians made it big. There was that second generation Wayans show, dude.
Oh, I remember that one. Oof, it was bad. Like I watched it and I was like, okay, but where's Damon? I don't care about y'all guys. There's a guy with the gap in his mouth. I don't care about him in his life. Fuck him. Give me the brothers.
Yes.
That's who I want to see.
I don't want to see like the second generation of Wayne. Like I don't want to see the Wayans family kids having gone at the left. I want to see the Wayans. Like,
Okay, listen. The kids are better. Who gives a fuck about the nephew? The nephew that's not even one of the main brothers' kid.
dude.
Like the nephew of like a fifth brother that we don't even know. Who cares about him? No one cares about him. Like we were seeing every Wayans under the sun. Didn't make sense.
Oh shit, dude. There was so many moments where like, was this necessary? Just did we need to see
I think
this?
they all thought that they were special just because the name was Wayne. But the thing is, they weren't, and their show was cancelled. They put too much importance on their name.
Yeah. That's a straight up DC move. Whoa, shit.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like, just name value alone will put butts in seats. Like, it's what they try to do with Man of Steel. Like, nah. And in Endgame, giving the shield to Falcon.
Yeah, because that one was literally, the scene was made for that purpose. It wasn't just like a nudge, wink, wink. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
You know, what that could have been, however, and I'm gonna add the scene with regards to Old Man Cap. So in 1992.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, another one we've completely forgotten. Oh my god. And it's probably because it's bad. Shaft.
Oh, I forgot about Shaft. Shit.
Yeah, I forgot about it. It wasn't a bad movie. Like, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, or it wasn't terrible.
Oh, dude.
It's fine.
That, his son, like,
is, in fact, it goes into passing the torch conception.
Mm-hmm.
Not only is it Sam, it's the original Shaft.
Yep.
And he's retconned to be Shaft's dad.
That is a trifecta of passing the torch, dude. Even the Shaft in the 90s had that shit. Like,
yeah.
That one was kind of awkward, though. That was kind of an awkward scene, but like, just like, dude was like in the bar and this girl was talking to him and was like, hey, hands off my nephew, like, whatever. And then he left. Like, just, okay. That was nice, I think. Just.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
I think for me, the 8 caps just don't work. Because Shaft, the guy, the original guy, he's very similar to Samuel L. Jackson's age. Very similar.
Yeah.
I know he's older, but he's very similar. Let me see. Okay. This guy is 80. Okay? Following? He's 80. And Samuel is 73. That's a 7-year gap. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Sam looks good for his age. So what I think is happening is that in the Shaft movie, he's a guy in his 50s, mid to late 50s. Yeah. And his dad is in his 70s. And young Shaq is in his 20s. Shaft.
Yeah.
But in reality, young Shaft is in his 30s. Mid Shaft is in his 70s. And older Shaft is in his 80s. And there's only a 7-year age gap between the other ones. And the guy who plays Shaft is also the same guy who plays A-Train, as I would find out a while ago.
Well,
so A-Train realistically can be Sam Jackson's kid. He can. Realistically, he can. That's the age gap that does make sense. He actually can be his son. But the original Shaq and Sam, they were both acting in the 70s as adult men. But yeah, it only helps because Samuel he looks good for his age.
Yeah, it does. That movie has funny moments, but the main joke running throughout is that Shaft isn't PC and we live in a PC world. Like, that's the main joke throughout the movie. And at first it's funny, but like after a while it's just like, stop. Okay, we get it. Just...
Yeah, it's very humor of its time. It's very Quentin Tarantino, Foxy Brown.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't Foxy ever show up in one of these movies? Never.
What, Pam Grier?
Foxy Brown, didn't she ever show up in any of these movies?
What, in any of the Shaft movies? She was in the... No. Nah. That wasn't it. That
Never.
was Vivica A. Fox. Shit.
Oh, okay. There's another one. Okay, so obviously the original was Foxy Brown, and then isn't it like a Jackie something? A
Jackie Brown. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 90s. And is it still Pam? Okay, it's still Pam, but
So-
there's another character I think, because Jackie isn't Foxy, or Jackie plays Foxy's daughter. I don't know. It's the same character, so it doesn't really count.
It's the same actor.
It doesn't
so,
really
yeah.
count. Yeah.
Like if you had Pam play like her mom or something, then you'd be like, oh, okay, I see. Jackie Brown, Foxy
'cause
Brown. Okay.
it seems to me like she is Jackie Brown in this one, but she's also Foxy Brown, so
Yeah.
she's just another character with the same surname in the same genre of action blaxploitation movies.
Yeah.
I guess that's what it is. Weird, right?
I guess so.
You're playing two different characters, two different ways, two different names, but yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Doesn't really line up.
Yeah, but yeah, let me see what I have.
We've certainly gone down the rabbit hole in terms of this particular
Dude,
genre of film and
there's a
TV.
lot to like unpack, really.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You know what would
What
be
about-
interesting? You know that 90s show
Something with
is coming
the-
soon?
What?
That 90s show that's coming soon.
Nah, none of them are gonna be involved.
No,
I understand.
fucking thing is, what's his name? He was in that 80s show, Kelso. Kelso from that 70s show. He's gonna be there.
Council. You mean the guy with the curly hair? Who?
No, not the guy with the color. I can't remember his fucking
Kutcher.
name. Yes, Ashton Kutcher is in that 90s show.
Right? Is he playing his character?
It stands to reason, yeah. But why wouldn't he?
And it's the same universe, right? Same.
Yeah, it's the same universe, so.
Huh. I guess so. What do you know?
Yeah,
Hmm,
that could be a
interesting.
solid
Wait,
pass the torch
isn't
moment.
there? And here's another one. An incredibly white show. Don't one of the Charm sisters show up in the new Charm show?
Yeah, the reboots. Shit. They're
Yeah.
there.
They do show up, right?
Yeah, the early in that season.
Okay, that's good.
There's not a lot of
let's
white show
see.
reboots, so that's the
Are
thing.
there no older Charlie's Angels in the new ones? I guess.
Drew Barrymore is there. Like, for a second, she's like teaching them how to, it's at the end, the very end, like a training montage for the newest Charlie's Angel. Drew Barrymore is there, but like,
So
that's at
she
the
is-
end, so it's not really. Yeah,
She's hardly there,
yeah. She's
but it does
hardly-
count, right? It
Technically,
does technically count.
that movie was
Okay.
dumb. I'm sorry, that movie was
Yeah.
dumb, man. Just
Wait, what about? It's Okay, well, not really, because I was gonna say the Queen Latifah movie and
oh,
the the one
Stuber.
the one that keep
Yeah, but that's
and the
not
Queen
really.
Latifah one. Is that a sequel?
No, it's not a sequel. It's a remake.
It's a remake. Okay.
Yeah, which is weird because the Queen Latifah movie is also a remake of this like Czech film. So, yeah. A remake of a remake. That's interesting.
Interesting. Okay.
Hey, did you hear that
Oh,
did you hear
wait,
that they're
are they
rebooting Tomb Raider?
Are they? No. Wait, before I lose it, I don't want to lose it. Fuck, I lost it. Hold on. Just let me think for a second. Man, I lost it. That's crazy. But it involved. Wait, just say the last thing you were saying.
What, the Tomb Raider movie?
No. Before that, like, what's the last thing we spoke about? Like
Before-
right now.
It was a reboot it was a remake of a remake, that taxi movie. Like Queen Latifah's taxi movie was a remake.
Wait,
Yeah.
I almost have it. I'm trying to think of a Keanu movie where he's there again.
Man, that could have been Matrix 4, but like, they didn't go that route.
Exactly.
Hey, wait a minute. Maybe if they ever decide to reboot that franchise, they could like have him be there as like the guy in the chair. He could be the guy in the chair. That'd be weird as fuck, but yeah, it fits, dude.
Yeah. Let me see. We have Shaft. We have all of these movies. Think of remakes. Remakes have a lot of that.
Yeah.
Think of a remake. Remake.
What about RoboCop? Is there any? No.
Yeah, I was thinking about that right now.
He's not there.
Is the original guy not there?
Nah, he's not there. But he's gonna be in the video game, the upcoming video game. So. Which is weird, cause
what about this one? Do you know that? I definitely feel like there's more.
Wait, there's one in like, Ray. You know, everybody loves Raymond. Ray Romano pops up in the middle, like just. Like, it's a
Really?
camera. Yeah, he's in the middle, per se. Like, because Patricia
And he
Heaton.
plays Ray from the show.
Yeah.
Not just celebrity Ray from the show.
No, he's not playing himself. But, like, yeah, there is that a scene where, like, Patricia Heaton kind of, like, looks at him like, huh. Like, just. You know that look that's like, I think I know that guy. Like, just.
Okay,
Yeah.
Oh, that actually does remind me. Cougar Town. You have people that also come back from Friends.
Really?
Courtney Cox. Yeah, you have a Friends. I think, I'm not sure if it's Aniston or Phoebe who come back. But yeah, some of them are in Cougar Town.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, there's this, the brother from Everybody Loves Raymond, he had his own show. I can't remember the name, but like there was this scene
I
where
remember.
yeah, I can't remember the name of the show, but there was this scene where Ray was there. Like the dude, because like Robert was talking to his wife and he was trying to get her to like give him another shot because like he messed up something, and then this guy turns around and it's Ray. It's like, yeah, lady, just give him another shot. Why don't you? And then
then there's like clapping.
yeah, because you know
live
it's
studio
like
audience
live
bullshit.
studio shit. The crowd claps, whatever. And the wife asked him like, "Who is that?" And the brother's like, "I don't know, but he looks like someone I used to work with."
Till death. That was a good show.
Yeah, that was good. Oh, damn, so many good moments.
Oh, let me think. Wasn't there? Oh yes, Spin City, Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd.
Oh yeah. Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that shit. That was really funny. Yo, we saw that on YouTube. Shit, like you showed me that.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was still very much obsessed with the show because I was still binging it, and I finished it. And I was like, God damn, what a beautiful scene. I'll meet you in the future. Oh my God, beautiful, just beautiful. A perfect ode to Michael J. Fox.
Yeah. Yeah, nice little nod. It was good. Hey, speaking of Michael J. Fox, did you hear that there was this interview with Tom Holland where he said that, you know, there have been talks to do a Back to the Future reboot?
Thing is, you just keep going back to the future. No, that's the thing. It's just, now they're going to go to 2077. Like, you know, what's happening, guys? Where do you end? Because these movies are literally going more and more into the future. So what can we do?
Yeah.
And we've been to the past. We know the past quite well. We know 88. We know the 50s. We know the 1800s. Where can you realistically go? You have to go forward.
Yeah.
Now you got to figure out what more futuristic concepts can we conjure up that are slightly more advanced than our supposed 2017. and what is what. It's a lot more work, in my opinion.
You think they shouldn't reboot Back to the Future as a franchise? Leave it as is.
Thing is, there would be so many elements to decide upon to sell the fact that this is truly an advanced future than what we saw in Back to the Future Part 2.
Yeah.
It has to be read convincing.
Yeah, and not in 2015, because it's not really the future anymore, so...
Mm-hmm.
And that was, you remember that day, like the thing, it was like something March 2015, and then randomly on Facebook they were like, today is the day that Marty traveled into the future, and I'm like, shit, like, that's weird, dog. Like,
pretty weird. Wait, isn't there like a? And now, as an old man, they don't really put makeup on him because he's an old man.
mm-hmm.
He's the only original cast member remaining.
Yep.
Ford is retired. The other one has passed away. God rest his soul. And Hamill's kind of gone as well, I guess.
Yeah.
He's gone. He's dead. So he is the only guy, and we last saw him in Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's the longest running cast member. Him and James Earl Jones.
Yeah.
They're the longest standing remaining cast members of that entire trilogy.
Yep.
I can't count Mark Hamill as Luke because it's not really Mark Hamill speaking. They're using AI. But James Earl actually returns to voice Darth Vader.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't count the Luke one. Or the Yoda one, because that actor is dead.
Yeah.
He was a small person. Gotta be PC, you can't quit it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, I always thought that was a puppet, until when I found out it was an actual dude, I was like, oh, damn, there's an actual guy in a suit.
Obviously the face, right?
Yeah.
The face is puppetry, but the body is actual.
Yeah,
guy in a suit. The way that, it's kind of like wearing a Sesame Street costume.
Yeah.
Like a person is inside, but they are maneuvering the eyes and the blinking and the...
Shit, yeah.
Yeah. That was nearly 2 hours worth of examples. How crazy is that?
52 minutes to be exact. I had to pause and save the thing. Yeah. It's like, oh, it's too big, can't record. But yeah. The second half was 52 minutes, but yes. In total, yeah, almost 2 hours of passing the torch moments. Shit.
That's very much.
That is a lot. A lot more than I thought there'd be.
Same. I figured it was like a rare trope. But it's quite common, and they've been doing it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We won't see much of it anymore, though, because, Hollywood running out of ideas, so, yeah. There's not going to be a lot anymore.
How would they do it? Because the cap on would have been perfect. Very simple, very quick. Not many would get it, of course, but it was fine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we mentioned it yesterday. I think Blade, Mahershala.
Yeah, Blade. Yeah, that's the one that I'm like, okay, they could definitely still do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Once they figure out how they want Blade to look, I mean, goddamn.
Okay. What would you rather have? Let's be honest. What would you rather have? Passing of the torch with Wesley, or Wesley reprising Blade in Secret Wars? You can only have one. You can't have two. You can only have one.
Definite passing of the torch. Have Blade be Mahershala's mentor and have teaching him how to kill.
I thought you would want to see him come back in Secret.
Nah, it's just... No, don't get me wrong. I love Wesley Snipes' Blade. But this the idea of like Mahershala Ali being taught by him, like, yo, this is the OG showing the new breed how it's done. That's different from a passing of the torch moment, because passing of the torch is like, here it is, do as you want with it. But like, this is different. This is him teaching him how to light the fucking thing. It's like, this is how you light your own torch. Like, this is how we do it. We don't have a lot of those. So,
I get,
yeah.
yeah. And I think they would also, but again, as much as they would talk about it, I don't think they'd mention it as much as No Way Home.
Mm-hmm.
Like if Toby and Andrew were randoms in No Way Home, right? If they were just random old men, it wouldn't have hit because it's not Peter Parker. You don't really care. You care because it's these actors and you love them, but they're not Spider.
They're just some dudes.
They're just some dudes.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I think I've seen something in another movie where certain characters were not the people you think they are, and they're just random people.
Ghostbusters 2016.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking about. So I don't think it would hit exactly the same.
Yep. That was fucking random, man.
I think a variant will still get people more excited at the end of the decade. But having a torch on that is also like, it's sweet.
Yeah.
It's sweet and it honors the character. But people will definitely cheer more for a hey, when a motherfucker ice skates uphill, whatever moment.
Yeah.
If he says that, oh my lord, that will break the internet.
Oh shit, dude. Man, just the whole reason that Wesley Snipes played Blade was because a studio wouldn't greenlight Black Panther movie.
Yeah, I remember. He's been wanting that one.
Yeah, he's been wanting that for years, man.
I would have been okay if he was T'Challa. I would have been okay. You know why? This is why. As a Black Panther, even though you are enhanced, you still have your own physical health, right? Good.
Yeah.
It means that you're a skilled fighter, and you probably should be for many years to come. How the hell did T'Chaka go from a very lean, buff, and limber man in his youth, obviously played by Antandwa Ngani? How do you go from him to John Gani, a fat ass fucking man in his early 70s? If you were a Wakandan royal who received the herb, you gotta remember, as a Wakandan royal, you can still fight. Chadwick fought and beat Winston's character, M'Baku. He beat him without the herb. He was already formally trained in several levels of martial arts and skill and whatever. I resent the fact that T'Chaka's a fat fuck as an old man. He should be fit. And that's why I would have preferred Wesley. Wesley's still buff at his age. Like, he's not buff, but he's very healthy for his age. So if Wesley would have been T'Chaka, that would have been a little bit of a redemption for him.
In that flashback.
He might not be Black Panther, but he is T'Chaka. And if they really wanted to, you could have had flashbacks with a de-aged Wesley as T'Chaka. Obviously, a body double, obviously.
They did have that.
Like what they did with Samuel Jackson in Captain Marvel. You have a young body double, and then you de-age Wesley's face and put it on the guy. That way, he can still be the Black Panther as T'Chaka in a flashback, and then it's T'Challa, Chadwick.
Yeah.
Doesn't that work?
It could, but it would kind of distract from Chadwick's movie, because this is his movie.
Nah, not even. I think it's because there is no T'Challa in Black Panther other than in the spirit realm. We only really see T'Chaka in Civil War, a flashback, and in the spirit realm. only 3 times we see him. He doesn't have a big presence.
Yeah.
But I still think Wesley would have appreciated being a Black Panther at least, if not the prime Black Panther. You have him in a spirit realm, speaking to his son, who's the next Black Panther. And yeah, that would have been nice. That would have honored Wesley.
That would have been a solid thing to do. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, when you look at it from that perspective, he's the guy who kind of got all this shit off the ground. If Blade didn't exist and didn't show superhero movies could be serious, then...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Our version of this would have been Spawn.
Oof. Spawn.
Which is not... It's not terrible, but yeah.
Yeah, just...
It's not good. It's like Eternals.
Hey. Oh, it's not boring. We'll give it that much. It's not boring, but it's not great.
It has some things going for itself, but ultimately nothing at the same time.
But the thing with Spawn is like that character is like so OP that you can't.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just he's too OP as a character for you to worry. Like, yo, he might die. Like, nah,
dude.
Just
it's fine.
He's fine. He's already dead, so no worries.
Yeah.
Not to mention, he's really hard to look at. When he doesn't have that mask up, he's just really hard to look at. Just... that cape, though, dude. That cape, the CG on that cape was just, oh my god.
It's PS1, and that's exactly the era when the PS1 came. It's literally a PS1
dude,
graphic.
It's everywhere.
It's horrendous.
Like, there are scenes where, like, with Michael Sheen, where it literally phases through him. Like
yeah, it clips him several times. I think they were just going for that level of mysticism. That's like he's really not from this planet. You know? Because if you're from Earth, then your cape needs to look like the cape from Earth.
Yeah.
Stationary.
He also has to like powder out physics, so.
Yeah, if you're like a human, for sure your cape is moving and flowing. But yeah, literally demons.
Yep.
Crazy.
Jesus, dude. Speaking of demons, you think we'll ever get Hellboy 3?
What happened to Hellboy 3? Oh, the one with thingy, Harbor.
No, that was a reboot. I mean, I'm saying, do you think we'll ever get Hellboy 3? Because apparently there's still people clamoring for that. Like,
the irony is, person as old as thingy. What's his name? Name. The original guy. The brilliant Ron Perlman.
Yeah.
Ron Perlman, being as old as he is, he does want one. But the studios have been quiet for many, many, many years. Like, I think he recently spoke about this as latest as 2021. He was like, listen, I know I'm old, and I know it'll hurt to do it, physically, because he's old. But I would gladly make one if the fans wanted it. The fans do want it, but the studios are quiet. So what can Ron Perlman do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was mostly down to the remake not making as much money. So they think, oh, well, I guess there's no one wants to watch a Hellboy movie. Like, no, we do.
No, we want to see Ron's help.
Yeah. Not that Hopper is bad. He's not. He's actually really good. It's just the movie he's in. That's...
David Harbour is the modern day Ron Perlman.
Yeah, man.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just that I wish he was in a better movie. He's a good character trapped in a bad movie. Yeah.
Even like the first look of Hellboy, people are like, wait, is Ron? Is that Ron? They do look. Oh, there's no like huge design change.
Yeah.
You look at that for a second, you might think it's wrong. You might.
Yep.
But when people find out it's not wrong, else, they were like, oh, okay, well, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't even give it a chance.
Yeah. And this movie was R-rated too, so like, cause people have been clamoring for years, like, yo, just make an R-rated Hellboy movie, and they finally did, and Oz didn't turn up. So just, yeah.
Imagine that. But yeah, no, there's this level of humor that Ron's had that was very lost in the new one, because they were really playing it so straight. Like,
yep.
So straight, which hurt them in the end.
Shit. Like
even like the time.
Yeah.
The new Hellboy, he's too wrinkly. Like his face, he looks older.
He does.
I mean, okay, sure, that would ordinarily make sense. It doesn't make sense because Hellboy is practically, he's from the 40s.
Yeah.
He old himself.
But he doesn't age like most people. Yeah.
He looks so much more sinister. His eyes sunken. His arms are like too stripped. Like he's too stripped. Like he has veins. It's not that deep. The original Hellboy, he was buff.
He wasn't veiny,
wasn't like
though.
too buff.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, okay, this is like a realistic man painted in red. It was just him in a buff frame, and that's it.
Yeah. And even in
they played it too serious with the new one.
Plus Perlman himself was buff back then, because there was that one scene where in the sequel, like he didn't have the shirt on. I mean the coat and everything, and he was just like sitting there. It's like, oh, the dude himself is actually buff. Not bad. So just
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
And of course, Harbor is not that buff in real life. So if anything, Pearl Man was the only one who had things going for him. Like okay, look at this. Not that ripped, but buff. This one is just way too serious. It takes itself way too seriously.
They took all the fun out of it, man. Like
just look at that, bro. Like Ron is big.
Yeah.
This guy's too much. It's way too much.
Also, look at his hand. It's massive. Dude, his hand is too big.
Like the hand is a different shape and like a different color, and no, it made sense when it looked like a rock extension of his natural body, not like a fucking gauntlet like he's Thanos. No.
Yeah. I don't know. He's just too ripped in this shot. Just
like it's way too much. It's way too much. Just dial it back.
Yeah.
We get it. He's Hellboy, but no.
Yeah.
It was fine.
But he's not Hugo Weaving, is what you're gonna say next. Yeah.
He's not like, I don't know, Hugo works so well as a villain because he has a sinister face. Like he has a very surly face. Like he's like, how do you explain Hugo's face? He just looks evil.
Mm-hmm.
He just looks evil. This guy looks like a comedian who makes jokes about his mom.
Ouch. Just
he looks like a comedian with a Netflix special.
Oh.
Like he's not sinister. He's nothing. Him in real life, he looks like he
has a theater background. He was on that show Hamilton. That Lin-Manuel Miranda thing, Hamilton. So
look at this guy. This is not a threatening presence. This is everyone's favorite comedian, John Mulaney.
Everyone's
That's John
fuck?
Mulaney. That's just John. I'm so sorry.
Wow.
Jonathan did not.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, just that dude, actual Hugo Weaving, when they asked him about Matrix 4, like how come you're not in it? He's like, I'm surprised. He's like he was surprised that he didn't even get a phone call. Like they didn't even ask him about it. Like just
And that's the thing. They don't want to pay money.
yes.
Don't want to pay legacy money. So they pay a relatively obscure actor smaller amount to be the same character. Dumb. Just dumb, and it hurts them in the end.
Yeah, and it doesn't make sense because I mean, it does make some sense in the realm of the story because the original Agent Smith was deleted. So, but then again,
Yeah,
if that's the
you would
case,
think
who the fuck is
a
this?
backup can be kept.
Yeah, yeah. If this is a
He
backup,
looks the same.
then why doesn't
Why
he look the
constantly?
same? That's
Exactly, like it doesn't really.
yep, dude.
But yeah, it does make sense. Yep. Because capitalism.
Mm-hmm. That's just, we wanted to put a new spin on the character. No, you don't. You just didn't want to pay the money to bring back Hugo Weaving. Yeah.
Full $5 million check. Instead, you pay Jonathan Groff like the other day.
Yep.
Fucking John Mulaney ass motherfucker.
Yeah. And Morbius is dead in this universe, which is another way of saying, oh, we just didn't want to pay him to come back. Just...
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Please.
Just straight up killing off the character. And now he's, who's that guy? He's got the big head, like... he was on Watchmen. He was Dr. Manhattan in the Watchmen show.
Yeah,
Yahya Abdul-Mateen, yeah.
Lord.
He's like the new Morbius.
I remember we spoken about this, right?
Dude.
We spoke about this.
Yeah.
Yahya has a tremendous head. Like, and it's the fact that when he's bald,
It looks huge, dude.
crazy.
When he has hair, he looks like a normal dude. But when it's bald,
Dude,
just, yo.
It looks like Squid. I don't get it.
Oh, man.
Big. It's too big. I don't get it. With hair, he looks.
Yeah.
He's a regular Hollywood heartthrob. But when he's shaved, oh my god, it's a cranium.
Yep. It's a big ass cranium.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
But, shit though. Yahya Abdul-Mateen, shit. What was I gonna say? Shit. Oh, that's why I'm like, his head is just like, what is why I'm like, he should be the living tribunal. He's got.
Oh, he definitely.
Definitely.
Definitely. Wow.
It just fits so perfectly. Like, dude.
That'll do it.
That'll do it, man. He should be the living tribunal. Damn.
Jeez, what a cranium. You know what else as well?
Yeah.
He gets haircuts that curve around his. Like the haircuts curve.
Yeah.
They curve exactly like his head. Dude, this is insane. I will never get over this. Ever. This is... The fact that they just painted him is so atrocious.
They just painted him for like Watchmen.
And the head is just accentuated. It's honestly maddening.
It looks bigger.
It's maddening.
It looks bigger. Jesus Christ.
Like, it's perfectly round. His head, it looks like a stereotypical skull. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. Because normally a head, it becomes smaller when it goes to the top. No, his gets bigger. That's mad.
Dude, like...
Just ridiculous.
This nigga is basically Squidward if he was from Avatar. Just... Like James...
He should never shave or bald ever. Ever.
Dude.
Just keep your line up.
Dude, we were laughing at this guy ever since Watchmen came out. Like, just... Oh,
Dog.
man.
And the thing is, he looked absolutely fine with hair. I don't understand what the optical illusion is. Makes him look so fucking ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous with his head. He looks absolutely ridiculous. He looks ridiculous as a fake Morpheus. He looks ridiculous as Dr. Manhattan. You can't even say it's the project. His head is just crazy.
Damn. He should definitely never shave that shit, man. Like, this...
Never ever again. Just stop that. Just relinquish that.
Dude, because you're right. When he has a full head of hair, he's a regular guy. Don't see anything about him. When he's bald, it looks huge. He's fucking mega.
Dude.
What's that guy? Megamind? Shit.
It's Megamind, dog. What the hell?
God.
It's Megamind. It makes no sense.
This nigga.
It makes no sense at all. He's a walking optical illusion.
Oh, damn. Yo.
He's a walking optical illusion.
Jesus, man. Hey. I'm getting a message that I'm running out of data.
We can table this for like an hour or even tomorrow if you want.
Oh, shit, man. Yeah. Yeah, man, I'll be around tomorrow. Shit. What's the time that works?